All right, so by the end of this video, you are going to have a sellable offer. And what I mean by a sellable offer simply is you are going to know the actual deliverables so that when someone purchases your offer, they know what to receive in return. Because previously, what we did is we created your I help statement and the transformational outcome that they want to achieve and how they can achieve it. But now we are implementing the actual deliverables on what they are going to get in exchange for their hard earned money. So, obviously, this is super important because if you don't have an offer, how are you going to make any sales online if you don't know what the deliverables are? And on top of that, having a really, really good offer is probably 85 to 90% of this game because you can be pretty bad at everything else, but if your offer is locked in and dialed, people are likely going to want to purchase it. So, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be creating your offer stack in this video, and we are going to be doing that using, once again, you guessed it, our handy dandy AI tool. So let's go ahead and get on into the demonstration portion of how the tool actually works. So we are popping on over to Claude. We are taking the prompt somewhere from around this video and pasting it into our Claude chat. And once again, I'm doing this as a demonstration for my audience. Please run a demo on the fitness offer. So while we're waiting for that, I will give you a couple of things that we're looking for to create a really killer offer. So, first and foremost, you are looking for risk reversal. You want to make it so that there is very little risk on their part. All right. It's just, and you do that with like guarantees, whether they're conditional or unconditional guarantees. Conditional is essentially if you do the work and you don't get the result, I'll give you your money back kind of thing. And unconditional is if you ask for your money back for whatever reason in 30 days, then I'll give you your money back. So there are different use cases for both of those, but you want to have one of them in your offer as you get started. Then you also want to use urgency and scarcity. So, a lot of the reason people buy things is because a sale is ending soon or a sale is ending now. So, that would be urgency. So, you need to give them a reason to buy now. Usually, we can do that by saying, hey, this is founder pricing since this is the first time I'm opening the product. When it closes and I have more testimonials and proof, the price is going to go up. Obviously, you can do other ways of implementing urgency and scarcity. So, for example, when you come into my atmosphere for the first week to 10 days, usually I say, hey, here is a one time offer that you're going to get after this time period expires. It goes to the normal pricing. So that's one way of implementing urgency. Scarcity is simply just having a cap. So I have a cap in my offer because we can't hand build 100 funnels per month. That's just not something we do because I don't want to have a giant team and manage a giant group of people because A, that eats into profit margins, but that also becomes a not very lifestyle friendly business because I actually got into that game years ago when I went, I'm working more than I've ever worked in my life. My profit margins are gone, and this simply just isn't super fun. So, urgency, scarcity, guarantees, and then bonuses. We use bonuses mainly as objection crushers. So we say, hey, you might be thinking this. That's why I created this bonus for you. So, for example, hey, you might be thinking, I'm not good with tech. I'm not good with copywriting. That's why we've created this where we build your funnel for you. We connect it all. All you have to do is get into the Lifestyle Business Lab. And that is essentially part of my pitch to get you guys into this program because I know that is a big problem and a lot of people don't have that skill. So that also leads me to another thing, which If there's something that is truly, truly super difficult and it is going to be a massive impediment to helping someone get their dream outcome, that should become a done for you service. So you should simply just do it for them. That way, it reduces their risk. They go, wow, holy crap, that's really cool. And it increases the likelihood they actually get the desired outcome. All right. So, with all that stuff said, this should be done by now. So we can see, yeah, it looks like it's done. Okay. So that's just like a little bit of the knowledge that I have put into this prompt for you guys. That's why, once again, AI has completely changed the game. Otherwise, I would have had to create a 2 hour long video distilling my over decade of experience of creating offers for offers that have done 1 million, 5 million, $10 million plus into a training, which frankly, most of you probably don't even care about. So, let's go ahead and get on into this. So first and foremost, it's going to ask you some questions such as what's the delivery method? Is it a course? Is it a community? Is it a combination of those things? Is it group coaching? Is it one-to-one coaching? Is there any live calls? Then it's going to ask you if you have any proof, how you are actually going to sell it. So a checkout button, calls, or through the DMs. Obviously, I prefer the checkout button because that's the most lifestyle friendly. But this also changes what you can charge for your actual product or service. Because, frankly put, if you're trying to sell something for $5,000 with just a checkout button, not going to go too well for the most part unless you just have incredible brand power. Now, if you are doing it with booked calls, you can make that happen. And the obvious trade off there is you have to do booked calls, which means you're dealing with people showing up or not showing up. So I highly recommend selling with a checkout button. But let me be clear, there are benefits to selling with calls and selling with DMs that are not related to just the price. So it will give you better customer feedback, for example. Okay. So it is entirely up to you how you want your sales process to be. The most lifestyle friendly, in my opinion, is with a checkout button. Then it's going to ask you for market context. So, with that said, market context, and then it starts to build the actual offer. And one of the things that I have built in here is for those of you who do want to do one to one coaching, but don't want to do one to one live coaching. So that's what I offer, for example. I do one to one async coaching, which means it's just you and me in our own dedicated channel where you can send me your funnel, your offers, your pricing, whatever you're working on, your emails, and so on and so forth in video or text. And I can respond in a timely manner. And this makes it lifestyle friendly. So we don't have to worry about figuring out a time that works for both of us, especially if we're not in the same time zone, because that's actually why I originally created. It's going all over the place to like Monaco and some other places. And we actually have 3 different houses. So part of the year we're in Mexico, part of the year we're in Lisbon, part of the year we are in Bangkok. And so working with clients from all over the world, I was like, this is really hard to get on a Zoom call if I'm in Bangkok and you're in Los Angeles, or I'm in San Diego, where I used to live, and you're in London, England. It just made it more difficult. And they were also traveling and hanging out with their family and so on and so forth. So it actually just worked better. And I've actually implemented an option for you to choose that in this builder as well. And the benefit there is obviously you can charge a little bit more of a premium price point. So I mentioned that because it says the product type here is a 12-week group program with an async option and 1 weekly live call. Then there are 4 factors it is grading. We now have the core deliverable. Then it moves to stage 2, which is the dream outcome system name and identity. Okay. Before, after, the signature system is the custody cut. Frankly, I would rename that. And then as it comes to actually naming your product, dad bod deleted, the 18% dad. Lean Dad product protocol. What? Lean Dad protocol. That's a pretty good one. The handover plan, 2 weeks, one plate. Garbage. Pretty garbage. Okay. Lean Dad Protocol, pretty decent name. Okay. And actually, it won. So, the Lean Dad Protocol. He stops being a man who is trying to lose weight and becomes a man who has a system that fits his life. So, this goes back to what I was previously telling you about how you need to have something that is sexy and appealing and unique. Hey, the Lean Dad Protocol. I've never tried that before. Okay? Even if it's the California diet, just rename something else and package differently. It's all about the packaging. It's all about the gift wrap, okay? As long as your product actually gets results. That is important. That speaks specifically to dads who want to become a lean dad. So it's a really good name. Then risk reversal and proof. So if you have any proof, it will also use your own story as proof, which is one reason it is good to start with something you've actually done because once again, you can use yourself as the testimonial and proof. And then it also takes something called borrowed proof, which is a very advanced concept that most of you probably would not figure out, where you are using other things that are popularly accepted to be true, and you're using them as borrowed credibility and borrowed authority. So you can use studies, you can use statistics, you can use facts and regurgitate those facts and give yourself borrowed authority. And then for the guarantee, it says you should use a process guarantee and not a no questions asked guarantee. And then beyond the money, risk removal. This is another super advanced thing where people want to protect their time, their effort, their ego, overwhelm, and some other factors as well. And you're saying, hey, look, you don't have to worry about any of these things. It appeals to something called the reptilian brain from when we were cavemen and we were struggling with safety and security. And essentially, people want to protect their value and status. Okay. That's what this stuff comes down to. This is all baked into the prompt for you. Then the worst case reframe is worst case scenario, this good thing happens for you. So you might as well try, essentially. And then we have the objection eliminators, which are figuring out, hey, what are their perceived objections and how can we answer those before those objections come up? Then we get into the value stack where you have your core offer and then you give a bunch of bonuses. And as I said before, you do want to have bonuses, okay? And this is for a number of reasons. You can incentivize people to join now or the bonuses go away. But importantly, bonuses should also serve as objection crushers, but you are also just increasing the perceived value of your actual offer. And part of the reason you take the bonuses out and address them one by one is because once again, if you say, "Hey, I have this bonus because objection blah blah blah," it crushes that explicitly, verbally, or as they read it, okay? Really powerful. Then the price architecture is you essentially anchoring the value of what you're giving them to the cost of what this would cost to fix if they went out and put this all together themselves. And then it will give you a suggested price. Now, I will say the price heavily depends on the marketplace that you are in and some other factors as well. Obviously, if you're doing one to one or group or things of that nature. Now, generally, I do recommend starting community based businesses. And the reason I like community based businesses is because you can get the monthly recurring revenue. Now, there are certainly pros and cons to getting as much cash up front as possible versus getting a monthly recurring retainer. With a monthly recurring retainer, you can keep customers longer, which means you are not starting every month from zero. The problem with it is you need to find a way to make it sticky and to incentivize people to stay within the community. Obviously, when you are doing a one off sale, you get more cash flow, but the next month you start at zero. So there are pros and cons to each. But generally, what I'd say as it relates to pricing is your first client is probably going to be your cheapest client by far, and you are going to increase prices as you gather more proof. Then it gets into the urgency, and then it has your entire offer written out right here, which is what it is, who it's for, the problem it solves, the promise that you're helping them get, how it works, proof, core offer, and price. Plus, you also get XYZ, which is the bonuses, the guarantee, why now, and the close. And why now is essentially urgency, like why you need to get it now. And so you have your entire offer framed right here. So what you need to go do is you need to take that prompt and go run this so that you can have an actual offer in place by the end of today. So go do that, and I will see you guys in the next video.